Welcome back. It's Sandy and welcome to my Nutty Nook. So it's another Mask Monday, Self-Care Sunday. I had a person request that I do a clay mask, Logan Jonas, and I have everything out here to do a sort of clay mask, but there's a storm and a storm just went through and we're having another one. I feel like I have the time to do the clay mask, but I'm showing you that I had it out here ready to go. I didn't know it was gonna storm today, and Sawyer's very scared of storms. Anyway, it's a little bit more time consuming to do that, so I'm just gonna go with the sprinkles, which is what I had planned originally anyway, from the Dollar Tree. Next time I get a chance, I will do the clay. What's that? Anyway, this is from the Dollar Tree. Sprinkles, berry scented. Easy mask. Easy peasy mask. And I do have a couple things I'm gonna want to talk about today, so I've got everything all organized and clean, and the cats are happy. I'm all done up for Pride. My bear's facing the wrong direction. I'll fix that here in a minute. Oh yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Really cute. Really, really cute too. Okay. Well, I look festive. So I was listening to Eric from Smile Until It Hurts, and he was talking about how everybody should celebrate Pride. And I'm an ally, and I support the LGBTQ plus LMNOP community. But I like that idea too. Like, let's all celebrate Pride and who we are. Put something on my hands a little bit, then have to wipe my hands off. Okay, yeah, I love these masks. These are definitely my favorite. It's for sure. And there's some ooey gooey in there, but I'm just gonna throw it away. So before I get started on, I've been challenged to answer some questions, and I'm going to do my best. But before I get started on that, because it is Mask Monday, Self-Care Sunday, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. Cindy Lifestyle and More. She talks about skincare and makeup for over 50, I believe. I believe she's, if I'm not mistaken, she's like in her 60s, and she does not look like a day over 40 to me. And then Positively Kimmy, one a dear close friend of Adrienne Miller, who's also a dear close friend. I've been watching her a lot, and you know, her name says it all, Positively Kimmy. She's all about positivity. I'm all about positivity. You know, you can't be positive all the time. That's not realistic, but to try to put out that energy, to give and receive that, go with that attempt to do the positive for the most part. That's what I'm about. And even though we all go through hard times and it's not always easy to stay positive, but I really appreciate, admire, and want to emulate people that want to send that positivity out regardless of what situation they might be in. And Positively Kimmy is definitely one of those people. And she does makeup. She does really good makeup. So both of these, to me, both of these content creators that I'm mentioning connect to self-care, because, you know, skincare and makeup is a form of self-care. If you like, you don't have to wear makeup, but if you enjoy wearing makeup, to me, that's a form of self-care, you know, and enjoying that part of it. Like, it's a form of pampering yourself to me, you know. And Starlight, of course, is in, there's a bazillion people that I can name that are in that category of positive people, despite whatever they might be, hardship they might be going through, that keep it positive. Gigi's Craft Addict and Halls. But Starlight is way up on that list. Like, I just go to her channel. I'm not even a diamond painter. She mostly does diamond painter. I'm not even a diamond painter. And I'm not even a, you know what, I'm not going to say that. But just going to her channel and hanging out with her, I just feel peace. I feel positivity. I really, really recommend her. And she set a challenge out, a 10 question challenge that she sent out to people. And I was one of those people she sent the challenge. And I've sent the questions to my husband's phone, and he's allowing me to use his phone. So this is his phone. I'm recording on my phone. And I'm going to have to get my glasses. How do I look? Okay, so thank you, Starlight, for thinking of me and counting me amongst your friends and sending me this challenge. I looked at the questions once, and they're not all easy questions, but I didn't study them or anything, you know, like that. So I'm just going to try to do the best I can. What is one thing you appreciate about your physical appearance? My eyes. I used to have 20/20 vision, but I've always gotten compliments on my eyes and the color. I'm not talking about the shape or size. I'm talking about the color of my eyes. And they change. They seem to change depending on what I'm wearing and what's up against me. They can look green, they can look blue, they can look gray. But my eyes. And the fact that I used to have 20/20 vision, I appreciate that too. And that's why I have this habit of not wearing my prescription glasses, because I spent most of my life not wearing glasses. So right now I've got on a pair of my readers. This is slipping off a little bit. There we go. Have to kind of fix that. I really do look like a rainbow confetti went off, don't I? Isn't that great? Okay, so that was question number 1. Question number 2. What is the one thing you're most grateful for in your relationships and friendships? Take a sip. Whoop. Sorry about that gulping. Love. 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 That's my answer, love. The one thing I'm most grateful for in my relationships and friendships is love. Love is not all you need, but it sure does help. Number three. What is the most valuable lesson you've learned from failure? To try it a different way. To think outside the box. To go about things a little bit differently. I feel like you can always learn from that. Like I do try to stay positive, and it's not always easy. I'm not always successful, but I do try to see the good and the bad, because there is usually something to be learned in almost any situation, I feel like. And what they say is if you keep doing the same, if the definition of insanity is something like this. I'm not going to get it exactly right, but the definition of insanity is doing something the same way, expecting a different result. So I want to do things a different way. If I don't like the result that I got, then I want to do them a different way. And that is the most valuable lesson I've learned from failure. Though, is there really such a thing as failure? And I think that, honestly, I'm not trying to copy her, but I do think Star said something along the same lines of, I'm not so sure that failure's really something I believe in. And it's, I'm kind of along the same lines there. But yeah, just try it a different way. Try a different tactic. Try a different way of going about things. Number 4. If you could learn any language instantly, which would you choose? Now, this is hard because I have an idea in my head, but I don't know whether or not it's correct. So I feel like I might be being silly in my answer because I'm not 100% sure of what I'm talking about. But I think that Latin is the root language of most languages, not exactly, but a lot of languages come from Latin. So that would be why I would pick Latin. But I could be wrong. I could be thinking of some other language. I don't know. Oops. What is your favorite way to start the day? Number 5. This is question number 5. Favorite way to start the day is with a high five habit, which is something I learned from Mel Robbins. Just when I wake up, one of the first things I usually do is go to the bathroom, which is great for the high five habit. You go to the bathroom, you give yourself a high five in the mirror. Don't have to say anything. Don't do anything else, but just give yourself a high five. It's supposed to help. It's like been tested and studied and everything else. So I say this, and I continuously I'll be steady on the high five habit, doing it every day, and then something will happen and I'll get off of it. And I'll have to remind myself to get back on the high five habit. I'm not on it lately. So this is helpful to me because I know that high five habit works. It helps me be more productive and think more positively. And I don't really care about how it works or why it works or anything. I just care that it works. And this question reminds me that tomorrow morning when I wake up, give myself a high five. Let's start on the high five habit again. You guys do it with me. And if you guys are in any need of some, and Mel Robbins, she has ADHD, and she's a very, very smart woman. And she's done a lot of like self-help in that vein of speaking. And if you're looking for any kind of motivation, sort of, encouragement and tactics, if you have ADHD, you don't have to have ADHD to watch Mel Robbins, but you know what I'm saying. I really suggest you watch her. There's a lot of good things that I've learned from her that are positive. Okay, so number 6, what's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? There's a bunch of that's a hard one to answer because I am a homebody and it's not all that different than a not rainy day. If I'm getting outside and stuff, that's good and it's really good for me, but I'm usually, I spend most of my time inside. So I would say cuddling with my cats, watching TV with my husband, doing crafts. I'd say that, but the thing is, I feel like it's hard for me to say that when I haven't actually started to do them yet. But I'm definitely set up to. I actually did storm, and I was actually preparing to move to do some crafts today, honest to goodness, before it started to storm. And then I feel like, okay, because of Sawyer and everything else. Speaking of Sawyer and the storm, before I forget, before it leaves my mind, if you guys know Sawyer, he's a bigger boy. He's a big boy kitty, and he can't help it. He's got some things wrong with him. We've tried a bunch of things. Him and Monster get the same amount of food. Monster's a whole lot more active. Sawyer, really, he just wants to lay around, get pet, and eat. He doesn't really want to play. There's not much we can do. Some of it's in his genes. His father was a tomcat around here, and his dad was a big boy. Him and Monster have different parents. So what did I say? What's my favorite way to spend? Oh yeah, I was wanting to say, the last time there was a real big bad storm, Sawyer's got this little bed, and he's laying in it right now on the floor. We call it the donuts. It's not a little bit, it's a big bed. It's like the only one he can fit in. And he loves it, and he's always in it purring and all this. And there was a time when I was away and my husband were away, and there was a storm. And usually one of us is here to let him into an area where he can hide and feel safer or give him comfort when there's a storm. Well, neither of us was here, and he went to this is what we think happened. He went to his donut for comfort, and he ended up getting scared more and peeing all over it. He tried to hide underneath it. He dragged it all around. All we know, that's what we think happened, When we got back, there was pee everywhere, and the donut was dragged all over the floor. So that's what we think happened. And then we washed the donut like several times, and he wasn't getting back in the donut. Then we spent a week, this past week or two ago, we spent totally cleaning and organizing and detailing the house, and we washed the donut one more time. And I think it was just yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday, the donut was in the floor, and I'm like, well, I guess he's never gonna get back in his donut. I said that, and it was in the floor where I couldn't really see, and my husband's like, he's in it right now. And he was in it. He's back in it all the time. Right now that the storm subsided, he's in it, laying in it, feeling happy and content. So yay, we didn't have to throw Sawyer's donut away. He's back in his donut. And that makes me really happy. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Number 7, what's your favorite movie quote? That's hard. I love movies. There's so many movies that I love. That's really, really hard. Let me think. I can't even say a favorite movie, let alone. Let me think about it. I'm gonna go with Inconceivable from Princess Bride. But and back in the day, I watched that movie over and over and over and over and over and over again. I love that movie. And I knew the whole Inconceivable bit by heart, and I almost knew like the whole movie by heart. And in thinking of that movie, it is difficult for me to pick one quote. Like I also want to say, what was it? Boo! Boo! Queen of slime, queen of filth, queen of putrescence. I love the Princess Bride. Okay, number 8. If you won the lottery, how would you spend the money? Now, I am copying again from Star here and saying it kind of depends on how much money I'm winning here. But let's just say that it's like a lot, like millions or something like that, after taxes, millions after taxes. Let's just say millions after taxes so that I can go crazy with my answer. So I would pay first thing I would do would be pay all our bills, debt free, pay everything off, pay off the car, all of the things, all of the credit cards, all of the debt, all of that. Then a house. Invest in a house that is close to my mom and close to a inside swimming pool. Then I would want to, anything that my family might need to take care of that. Go on some nice, the house would be like, hey, like my husband has his own space, like make sure my husband has his own space. I have an actual crafting room. The cats have like a sunroom, like really nice, but not like too much. Like I wouldn't want a big humongous mansion or anything. I wouldn't want to have, well, I might not mind having somebody come clean the house like once a week or something, but I wouldn't want like the type of house that really needs some, I wouldn't want a humongous, giant, crazy house. You know what I mean? I want to go on trips and take people on trips, like, again, with my family. Donate or even participate in some sort of help for animals, especially cats. I love all animals, but you know, cats are more in need than dogs, at least around where I am here. So like help like animal rescues, animal rescue and thing like that. And then I'd put the rest in savings. I'm sorry, I've gotten a text. Just distracted me. I'd put the rest in savings, or invest it in something. Maybe invest in Temu. Just, you know, to have something for just in case, like any kind of if something happened, if it was needed to fall back on, you know, I'm just trying to be smart about it. Like, I don't think that having a bunch of money would change me wanting to try to be prepared, you know, as much as possible. Of course, you can never be fully prepared, but you know what I'm saying. And I probably have a big giant Temu shopping spree. I'd probably have a big giant Dollar Tree shopping spree, or 2 or 3, you know. Go crazy decorating the house and all of the things, you know. All the fancy thing. Like, and I would probably see if I could hire somebody to come clean the house once a month or once a week. It would depend on the house. Maybe hire somebody to cook like healthy foods or something once a week, and like, hey, can you hire somebody to cook foods that would last all week long? Like, you know, hey, you come one day, you cook a bunch of different foods, and I put them in the refrigerator or freezer or something. I don't know. Is that even possible? I think if I'm like a millionaire, I think that that's probably possible. But, you know, this is all fantasy land. But, you know, if it was like a less mind-blowing amount, of course, the first thing I would do would be pay off any debts. Pay off anything I could. Number 9, what is the best excuse for getting out of, aka quitting something you don't want to do? Best excuse? I mean, I don't feel like it. Is that an excuse? Is that normal? Okay, it's time for this thing to come off anyway. I'm gonna kind of I do feel nice and fresh. It does feel nice and fresh. Wow, these questions got me like I'm almost at 30 minutes here. I'm just gonna dab this pimple here. Dab, 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 dab. I don't see any other huge ones. Okay, let's finish these questions. What was it? What is the best excuse for getting out of, aka quitting something you don't want to do? I don't know if it counts as an excuse, but I would really be like, I don't feel like it. That's what that's what I would probably say. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. No. Number 10. What is your favorite way to recharge and find inner peace? I mean, it might sound weird, it might sound crazy, But doing my channel really, really helps me. And I like to do things that connect to that. I do a lot. I mean, I haven't shown it necessarily, but I do manifestation and meditation. And that's the full amount of questions. I'm going to try to hurry up because there was a couple of other things I wanted to do here. I wanted to show this because favorites with Laura, but before I do that, I have to do this. Oh goodness, oh no. Okay, so first I'm putting on my pimple patch. Now, this is the container it came in, which is the name brand, Starface, but what's inside is Temu stickers. And I'm not even to my new Temu stickers yet. I'm still on my old ones. So I'm gonna pick one of these flower shaped ones to be cute. And see that pimple there? Put it right on top of that. And then I was gonna put on my creams, but since it's like almost 30 minutes here, I'm not gonna, I feel like I don't have enough time, so I will do that next time. I will show you this. This is a different eye cream. I like it. It's from Temu. I'm not so sure how it works. I'm not so sure that anything is gonna work on my eyes. Like, I don't know what about you guys, but it doesn't seem to improve it at all. Now, when I put this stuff on initially, it does seem whiter, but I do think that this makes your skin at least appear a little bit whiter when you put it on. But it doesn't stay that way. Like, it stays that way while the lotion is on there, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's doing anything, and I'm not so sure that anything can do anything about that. But real quick, I do want to get this out of the way because this is going on right now, and I talked about it, and I want to share the Bath and Body Works haul. The Bath and Body Works semi-annual sale is going on right now, and if you like Bath and Body Works, now is the time. And I just want to show you, I do have empties. Just want to show you. See how that's all that's left of there? Cotton Candy Clouds. I got this from last year. This one's almost out too. These are both pretty much empty. Now, there's this one that I got, I don't know how many years ago. That's not at all as empty. The lotion's about the same as this. Similar scent. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. And what has happened, and I'm letting you know in case you don't know, is Bath and Body Works, the kind that's like this, the kind that says Ultimate Hydration, they changed their formula. It used to be hyaluronic acid and shea butter. And then they've added, I can't read what that says. They went and added vitamin E and aloe. Okay, vitamin E is fine, but the aloe makes this stuff go bad faster. That's why I've used this one first. Because, so now, next I'm actually going to be using this one because it's a couple of years old. But it's a little bit more than halfway gone. And we know that this one from last year is pretty much empty. This one from last year is pretty much empty. So once I'm done with that one, because it's got the aloe in it and it goes bad like within a year, then I'm gonna move to this one, which is a couple of years old, and it is a similar scent. It's like a cotton candy scent with berry meringue. Really pretty packaging. But because I'm on my last batch of cotton candy lotion, I have a bunch of different cotton candy scents in there. Actually, I have a couple from Walmart that are really pretty good. That Bodycology brand, I love that Bodycology brand. Has some good scents, and something else. But I got a new, this is what I got. I got a new cotton candy clouds. So I have a backup spray. And then I got these two lotions. Now, I get these now, from now that they changed the formula on the Ultimate Hydration, I only get these kinds of lotions. I only get this kind, which is just body lotion. It's not the Ultimate Hydration, which looks like this in this tube. It's just the regular, because it does not have aloe in it. It does not have, these keep for like 5 years, 5 to 10 years. These have vitamin E, shea butter, and coconut oil. So you get less, but these last longer. So that's why. Now that they changed the formula on the Ultimate Hydration, I only get this. And these were like, normally $14.95. I believe they were like $3.50, something like that. And then I had a coupon, 20% off my whole purchase. Everything was, really inexpensive. And if you watched my last haul, I was talking about how I wasn't going to be doing no Bath and Body Works unless they had some Plumera. Well, technically, and I would love to have some more Plumera scent, lotions, spray, but they didn't come out with it. But what they did come out with was this. So I'm kind of thinking that Plumera spray and body lotion may show its face at some point, but I had to get it. So, and I think I think I have a free travel thing. I redeemed my fetch points. I got like a $5-10 coupon. This like a gift card from Fetch. Anyway. Okay, so I can put these away now. I can put these where they belong. And don't think I forgot to do our Spirit Junkie. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe with the weather. I know I'm not the only one having weather. Shuffle 3 times. This is definitely something to stand behind on Mask Monday, and I do encourage everybody to find some time for self-care. Even if it's not on Monday, like me, I'm not doing this on Monday. I'm trying to be honest about that. It's a Sunday. Taking care of myself is a radical act of love. Yay. Man, this bear doesn't want to stay. Doesn't want to stay straight. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Look at the pretty flower. Okay. Well, there's our Spirit Junkie card for the day. Thank you guys for joining me and watching me. And I will see you next time. Bye, Nutty Buddies.